recording of the day. So let's sit back in our chairs. We're going to work on strengthening the legs and closing out our practice. So if you have your block handy, let's place that block in between the knees, right? And we're going to sit back nice and deep in our chair. And let's just start off by taking a nice deep breath in and a nice exhale out. And one more. And exhaling. Good. You want to say hello, Pooh? All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to scooch up to the front edge of your seat. Grab that chair, loop the shoulders back and down. Gently push that chair into your bottom and press your bottom into the chair. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift those knees and then slowly lower down. So we want to engage that core here. You may need to lean back a little bit, but keep those shoulders drawn back and down too. Let's gently lift and slowly lower. Again, lift and slowly lower and lift, slowly lower, and one more time. Lift and lower. Go lay down. Go lay down. And one more time. Lift and slowly lower. All right, so we're going to place that block down for the moment. All right, and know if you have a strap handy, make this available. You may want to use an old tie, a belt. I'm trying to think of what else that you might have around, or just whatever you have. You don't have to use a strap, but it's always helpful. Remember to listen to your body first and the directive second. So if you notice that you need a little break, feel free to take a break. All right? So we're going to continue working on those legs. And the first thing we're going to do is sitting up forward in our chair. Know that that's going to make it a little bit more challenging. If you move back in your chair, it's going to be a little bit more supportive. All right? So let's just start by grabbing the outside edges of your chair. Once again, looping those shoulders back and down. Lifting that right knee and just extending that foot. We're going to flex and point, right? And then we're going to tap the heel and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to point our toe like you're drawing and draw little circles. One more time, and then switch directions. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw the knee in and press down. Draw the knee in, press down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great. Set that right foot down, and then we're going to do the other side. So here we go. We're going to extend that left leg, flex and point, right? And wiggle out those toes, and we're going to point that toe, circle. 2, 3, 4. Other direction. 2, 3, 4. Great job. Now we're going to tap and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draw that knee in and press down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. Now we're going to stretch out a little bit before we continue. So we're going to turn our knees to the left, so we're swiveling in our chair. Hands are going to interlace. Rest on that left knee. Slide that right leg back. Feel free to tick-tock that heel back to lengthen the leg, pointing this right hip down. We're going to sit up really tall. Let the gaze walk up the front wall. Take a beautiful breath here. And a big sigh out. Let's do that again. Good. Lift those arms overhead and reach. Imagine you're holding a beach ball overhead. It's kind of windy, so your arms really have to grip that ball. Good. One more breath. Good. Shake out that right hand. Place it on your left knee. Left hand comes to the back of the chair. We're just going to twist left. We're going to take a beautiful breath here. Good. One more. Keep breathing. And we're going to release that twist, slide that right leg forward, and come back to center. Right, let's toe heel those feet out. Point the toes out, point the heels in. Hands on tops of the knees as we sit up tall. Let's take a gorgeous breath in. And exhale, hinge forward, reaching through that crown. We're going to press those knees back. Another beautiful breath here. Exhaling out. Hopefully you feel that stretch in those inner thighs. Good. One more time. And reach tall through the crown. Toe heel those feet together. Swivel to the right. Hands interlaced. Rest on that right knee. Slide that left leg back. Feel free to tick-tock that heel. Open up that left leg a little bit. And point this left hip down. Take a gorgeous breath. Lean back into the posture. Draw our shoulders right over our hips. Arms reach overhead. Lifting that gaze, walking up that front wall. Once again, imagine you're holding that beach ball between the palms. Beautiful breath. We want to fuel that body with the oxygen it craves. Good. One more breath. Shake out that right hand. Bring it to the back of the chair. Shake out that left hand. Gently twist left. Take a gorgeous breath here. Breathe into that body. Good. One more. And release that twist. Come back to center. Right? Okay, so we're going to come to the back of that chair now. So take some time to get there. We're going to come to the back of our chair. Feel free to use the high end of your chair back, right? If you know you have a little bit less flexibility in the legs. If you have a little bit more flexibility in the legs, you may want to use the seat of the chair. So we're just going to step those feet back, pull our hips behind us, and bow forward, right? We want to be able to wiggle out those toes, soften buoyancy in the knees, right? And we're going to pull our hips back behind our heels and just bow. And we're going to shake out that head here, take a beautiful inhale, and exhale it out. Come here, Pooey. Stop fighting. Come here. Good. One more breath. Nice relaxed jaw. Good. And last breath. And hopefully as you press your hands down into either the chair seat or the chair back, right, you press your hands down. That's going to help you get a stretch through those shoulders and arms as well. Good. And then you're going to lift that gaze, right, and walk your feet in. All right. We're going to come on up. If you like, come around the other side of your chair. Right, and we're going to just practice some standing postures here, some balances to work on for the moment. All right, so let's start with that left leg being your standing leg. We're going to shift our weight into that left foot, sweep our right. Now, I'd like your shoulders to be right over your hips and your hips right over your heel. If you notice that you're kind of standing far away from your chair and you're hinged forward a little bit, if you go to balance, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. But if you stack your shoulders over your hips, it's going to be more in alignment, and it's going to be a little bit easier for you to accomplish the balance that you want, especially standing on one foot. So as we shift that weight into the left foot, we're going to sweep the right, and then we're going to curl that heel towards our tail and extend. We're going to work this glute, so I want you to squeeze this right glute, curling the heel towards the tail, right? One more. Good. Now we're going to gently lift, lengthen the leg and lift. 2, 3, 4. Bring that foot right next to your left foot and then extend. So we're abducting here. We're extending that leg open and closed, right? So we're going to extend that heel, bring the heel close again. 2, 3, and 4. Now let's stretch out those muscles. Step that right foot back. Right? Tick-tock that heel. Hopefully you can see me okay. You're going to tick-tock that heel into that lunge again. And then sit up tall. Let's take a beautiful breath. Exhale it out. Obviously, Pushti has some things to say too. We're going to press that right heel down towards the floor. So she's actually been pretty patient today with me trying to video these classes. And she's not liking that she's not getting all the attention that she wants. So you hear her in the background whining. So let's take a beautiful inhale, lift that heel again, and then press your heel back down to the floor. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. Excellent. Step that right foot up. And then we're going to do the other side. So this time your right leg's going to be your standing leg. You're shifting your weight over into that right foot. And we're just going to start by curling the heel towards the tail and pressing down, right? So again, shoulders over the hips. Good. 3 and 4. Excellent. Take a beautiful breath. Squeeze that left glute. Lift and extend that left heel. Right behind us. 2, 3, and 4. Notice that there's buoyancy in that standing leg, right? And notice that you can, as you bring that foot down, you can tap your foot to the ground for some more support and then lift the leg back up, right? You don't just have to keep the weight in that standing foot here. All right, so now we're going to do that abduction. So we're going to stand here nice and tall, shoulders over the hips. We're going to extend that left heel, squeeze in. Extend and squeeze. Like you're squeezing into that right foot. Squeeze. Good, and one more. Excellent job. Now shake out those legs. All right, and then what we're going to do here is open the legs nice and wide, point your toes out, heels point in, right? And we're going to lower it down into a squat. Once again, shoulders over hips. We're going to pause and lift up and lower down. Good. 2, 3, 4. We're going to lower down and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Toe heel those feet back in. Step that left foot back into your lunge. Feel free to tick-tock that heel if you like. And we're going to start with that heel lifted. Lean back into the posture. Bring those shoulders to the hips. Right? Feel free to release those arms, challenge your balance, or keep your hands right to that chair for support. We're going to take a beautiful breath here. Press that left heel down. You have a lot to say, Pooh Bear. And lift that heel back up. Step the heel down. And lift back up one more time. Good. And press that heel down. Get a stretch to that calf, I hope. And step that left leg up. Shake out those legs. Great job. Once again, we're going to do that full body stretch. So feel free to use the top edge of the chair. We're going to step back, pull our hips back, and bow. Once again, press down into that chair with your hands. Pull your hips behind your heels. Wiggle out those toes. Shake out the head, yes. Shake out your head, no. And breathe. And another breath here. We're stretching out those backside legs. Good, and one more. Let's lift that gaze and then step those feet in, just taking your time, shaking out those legs, and coming back to our chair. Now, I think Poochie is just as shy as I am to be on camera, right? But I don't think she's going to stop whining while we do our closing here. So I'm hoping that she will be quiet for us. So as we sit back into our chair, feel free to grab a block here, stick it underneath the feet here to lift the floor to your feet. Blocks are always helpful. A tissue box can be really helpful to lift that floor. It's about the size, same size as the block, maybe the tissue box is a little narrower, but about the same size. Or you can use a big book, maybe a pillow, right? A nice thick pillow. Anything to lift that floor to you as we sit back deep in the chair and sit up tall. We're going to take a beautiful inhale and a big sigh out. And I'm guessing that you can hear the frustration in my voice, and I apologize for that. I am not good with technology. It just does not like me, and I do not like it. But I'm really trying hard to get these videos uploaded so that you can view them if you want them. As we sit back in our chair, allow yourself to rest, right? Loop those shoulders back and down. Reach through that crown. If you don't have a chair that's comfortable, maybe place a cushion behind your back, just so that you can get nice and comfortable in your seated position. What we want to do again is close the eyes, wiggle out your toes, and tune back into the breath. I'm just going to start with that prayer breath again. Breathing in, I am, and exhaling out here. Right? Setting aside my frustrations, setting aside my anxieties and my worries. Right? And giving ourselves the opportunity just to focus on the breath so that we can strengthen our relationship with our Creator, our God. And I know it's a little odd not to have that music playing in the background. I forgot to turn on the old TV behind me. I will try to remember the next time we videotape here. As we breathe, once again, maybe you've taken a few sighs. Now we're going to exhale through the nose so that we feel that warming sensation in the back of the throat. Perhaps you can hear the breath in your inner ear. And you start to engage that lower belly to push all that air out of your body. As we rest into that seat and breathe, repeating that breath prayer, again, I'm reminded of Timothy 1:7. God did not give us a spirit of fear or timidity, but a spirit of power, a spirit of love, and a spirit of self-discipline. Right? And that self-discipline includes when we're frustrated, when we're feeling anxious because things just aren't working our way, maintaining a good attitude. Right? So maybe you've gone to the store for the 5th time in the last couple days and you still can't find toilet paper, just like me, and you're running low, or you're already out and you're trying to use alternative products, right? And you're frustrated. Let's just breathe, because really it's going to be okay. We'll find solutions. You're creative, you're resourceful. And just as the saying goes, necessity is the invention, or how does that go again? Necessity is the mother to invention. Right? Proclaiming our creativity, our resourcefulness, our ingenuity, our humanity for being generous and sharing with one another. Right, so as we settle down a little deeper into our chair, once again, maybe feeling the sensations underneath our feet, let's just take a moment and breathe in, lifting those arms up overhead, and exhaling, drawing the hands back down through heart center, and just pause for a moment. I'm going to read today's devotion to you. Hopefully you can keep your eyes closed and continue to focus on the breath. And I'm hoping that there's a word or a phrase or an image evoked by the reading that just helps you to lean a little deeper into the goodness of God. So it's today's devotion from Jesus Always. My beloved, nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. Pause and ponder what an astonishing promise this is. We hear it all the time, but sometimes we don't pause long enough and be still long enough to let those words sink in. We live in a world where separations abound, right? We're separated right now from our family, our friends, for fear of spreading a horrible disease, a virus. Children are separated from parents. Spouses are separated from one another. Friends from friends. And childhood dreams from adult realities. But there is one terrible separation that you're never going to have to face. Isolation from God's loving presence. Beloved, I want you to cling to me with tenacious confidence. That's a great word, isn't it? Tenacious. This gives you the strength to cope with the uncertainties of living in a broken and an unstable world. Anxious thoughts can assault you and fill you with fear if you forget that my love will never fail you. When you find yourself feeling afraid, grasp my hand in childlike trust. Rest in the protection of my presence and remember that perfect love drives out fear. Perfect love is greater than fear. The greatest wealth on earth is minuscule compared to the riches of my boundless love. Right? And we know that. We know that from experience. We know that when we sit and we rest and we breathe into God's goodness, when we're filled with His grace, everything else that fails to compare. This free gift, this is a free gift to all. And it's accomplished through the breath, through mindfulness, through listening, through prayer. Right? And sometimes that prayer is a single word, or maybe just a phrase uttered. So friends, how priceless is His unfailing love? I'm leaving you today with a prayer not only for more sunshine tomorrow, but of a space that you feel more grounded, more relaxed, more at peace with our circumstances, with our new normal, at least for a month or two. So friends, I miss you, I miss seeing you, I miss seeing your smiles. It's so incredibly boring doing this on my own. It's so incredibly frustrating having distractions like a whining dog, like a barking dog in the background, with technology that doesn't like to work. And I'm sure your list is just as frustrating as mine, right? So friends, let us just be together, if not in physical form, but be together in spirit. I love to hear your comments. I love to hear how you're doing, so please feel free to text me or email me, give me a call, or comment underneath this video. I hope to see you soon. I hope it's sooner rather than later. So let's just take a beautiful inhale, sweep those arms overhead. Draw those palms down through heart center, right? Maybe offer up your gratitudes for this day. And know, friends, that I thank you from the bottom of my heart. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. I hope your day is filled with peace. I hope your night is filled with contentment and joy. I hope you find laughter today. And may His love ring through your heart, your mind, and your body. And in His blessed name, namaste. Thank you, friends. I hope to see you, like I had mentioned, see you soon. Know that you're in my prayers. Please keep me up to date on how you all are doing. And we'll see you soon. Bye.